by the then military head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida, 31 years ago. It was a mixture because of the challenges of what many regarded as teething problems that often confront a new project. On another hand, the birth of Osun State elicited joy because it was a dream come true. The people had yearned for accelerated development. 31 years down the line, that singular act, creation of the state, has indeed revved out the pace of economic growth and development in the state. Taking a retrospective look at the state since its creation, it could be emphasized that the state has been blessed with administrators, civilians, and military whose aims were to develop the state and make its work shoulder high among committee of states in the Federation. The state could be said to be a product of determination by its founding fathers who struggled and labored assiduously and conscientiously to achieve the creation of the state. All the past civilian governors and their military counterparts tried their best at various times in the history of the state to add their own quarters to its success story. Then, Colonel Leo Shegun Ajiborisha was the first military administrator of Osun State. He was there from August 1991 to January 1992.
I am about to release the appointment of the team that will pilot all the administration of the new state. Therefore, the former acting Chief Judge of Oyo State, Honorable Mr. Justice Akin Abara, is now the acting Chief Judge of Osun State. The former commissioners in Oyo State, who are indigenous of Osun State, have now been redesignated Assistant Special Advisors, and I have decided to assign them portfolios as follows. Mr. O.A. Madajolo will be the Attorney General, as well as being in charge of Justice Affairs. Chief Ademola Shadiwe, Finance. Dr. Oluwale Onowumi, Health. Mrs. Sirifatu A. Akao, Agric, Commerce and Industry. Engineer D.A.A. Pamuboni, Information, Social Development, Youth and Sport. Lieutenant Colonel P.O. Odediro, retired, will be in charge of education. The Ministry of Works, Housing and Transport will be directly supervised by me as the military administrator.
Late Alhaji Isiaka Adetunji Adeleke was the first civilian governor of the state. He came into power on the platform of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, in January 1992 and left in November 1993. Then, Colonel Abel Akale of Engineering Construction Regiment, Ede, stepped in as a stopgap administrator for 3 weeks between November and December 1993. Anthony Udofia, who was then a Navy commander, was the administrator from December 1993 to August 1996. Colonel Anthony Obi took over from Anthony Udofia on the 22nd of August 1996 and left in August 1998. Colonel Theophilus Bamiboye served after him from 1998 to 1999. Chief Adebisi Akande became the second civilian governor on the return of democratic governance in the state. He served from May 1999 to May 2003. Prince Olagunsoye Oyinlola succeeded Chief Bisi Akande and was the governor from May 2003 to November 2010. Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola was the governor of the state from November 2010 to November 2018. Incumbent Osun Governor Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola has not only fully sustained and built on the legacies of his predecessors, but is pulling resources, however hard it is, to surpass their achievements. He assumed office on the 27th of November 2018. OSBC News salutes the good intentions of Governor Oyetola and all past governors and military administrators for putting the state on a sound footing of growth and development. 31 years after its creation, Osun has justified its existence as it has developed its full potentials and leapt steps ahead of its peers. OSBC News appreciates the people of the state for always keeping up with the Omoluabi ethos synonymous with Osun. It believes that the greatest honor that could be bestowed on the founding fathers of the state is for all and sundry to join hands with government at all levels in effort to spread developmental projects to every nook and cranny of the states.
That report was put together by Ambibola Babatunde and our news directorate and read by Oluchi Amuda. Meanwhile, as preparation continues for the October 15th local government election in the state of Osun, 16 political parties have declared their readiness to participate and field candidates for the election. It will be recalled that Chairman of Osun State Independent Electoral Commission, Otunba Segun Oladitan, during a press conference which held August 15, 2022, in Osogbo, had informed the public of readiness of the commission to conduct the poll in accordance with the Electoral Act 2022 and the Osun State Law on Local Government Election approved by the State Parliament. Speaking at the press conference in Osogbo, the Inter-Party Advisory Council declared its support and readiness of 16 political parties for the exercise, adding that only the People Democratic Party and All People's Party are threatened to boycott the election. Chairman of the Council, Comrade Wale Adebayo, who read the statement jointly signed by the 16 political party, disclosed that Osun State Independent Electoral Commission had planned and informed all political parties about the election before the COVID-19 hindered the process. He therefore charged the Commission to ensure that the election was conducted transparently and must be free, fair, and credible. The statement similarly enjoined people of the state to exercise civic duties during the poll, saying that the 18 parties registered in the state, OZIEC has confirmed that 16 have agreed to participate in the election by presenting candidates for the chairmanship and councillorship positions. The federal government has signed a memorandum of understanding with Israel government as well as Japanese companies to begin the assembling and manufacturing of environmentally friendly green electrics and smart automobiles. Reports say that the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure entered into the partnership with Israel, Japanese and Nigerian automobile companies in Abuja. The executive vice chairman of the agency, Professor Mohamed Aruno, said the project is aimed to be actualized in 2023, would culminate in the production of Nigerians made electrical vehicles in nearest future. United Nations raised the alarm that no fewer than 5,000 children in the war-ravaged northern eastern Nigeria will die of starvation in the next 2 months. A nutrition sector coordinator for UN agencies, John Mukisa, gave the warning while speaking with the press in Abuja, adding that the scourge would not be curbed unless the world raises the necessary funds for intervention. It was learned that the United Nations Office for Humanitarian Affairs needs $1 billion this year to assist 5.5 million people, including women and children, with food aid in the 3 states, Borno, Adamawa, and Yobe. According to reports, the Office of the Humanitarian Affairs has raised only 42% of the required funds 8 months into the year. And now to sports. With just 3 months of the commencement of the FIFA World Cup, Qatar CEO Nasser Al Qatar has confirmed that matches between Argentina versus Mexico, Saudi Arabia versus Argentina are the best-selling tickets at the tournament. Both matches will be the 80,000 capacity Lusail Stadium, where the World Cup finals will be staged on December 18. However, Nasser Al Qatar did not give figures, but the Argentina-Mexico match was sold out in the first round of online sales at the start of the year. FIFA said this month 2.45 million tickets have been sold for the first World Cup in an Arab nation, which Al Qatar promised would be a great carnival. Argentina and Mexico are being named among the top ticket-buying countries, along with Qatar, the United States, England, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, France, Brazil, and Germany. It was learned that there are 3.2 million tickets in total, with more than 1 million going to sponsors and FIFA partners. Qatar has said it is about 1.2 million visitors at the 32-nation event that starts November 20th. The United Nations has condemned an air raid that hit a kindergarten in Ethiopia's northern Tigray region, killing at least 4 people, including 2 children. UNICEF Executive Director Catherine Russell said that the agency strongly condemned the airstrike in Mekelle, the capital city of Tigray region. She added that the kindergarten strike hit a kindergarten killing several children and injuring others, as UNICEF called on all parties to agree to the immediate cessation of hostilities. However, the Ethiopian government has denied the allegations, saying the Air Force only targeted military sites and accused Tigray's People Liberation Front forces of staging civilians' deaths. Meanwhile, Tigrayan officials called the airstrike a heartless sadistic assault. Tigray's media, which is controlled by the regional authorities, said the attack in Mekelle happened and blamed it on the current government because no other military aircraft are known to operate in the Ethiopia airspace. And that ends the midday news on OSBC. Join us at 5 for the evening news. Good afternoon.
Pàtàkì ó ṣe kókó ká fọ́mọ lọ́yàn lóṣù mẹ́fà àkọ́kọ́ ìlera ọmọ ṣe pàtàkì ó ṣe kókó ọpọlọ ọmọ ó lè dàgbà kó lè jí pépé a kò má ní fọ́mọ lọ́yàn kó má yìn ni o a kò má ní fọ́mọ lọ́yàn kó má yege ọ́fíìsì aya gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun àti iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ló ń ké tantan pé a kò má ní fọ́mọ lọ́yàn kó má yìn ni o a kò má ní fọ́mọ lọ́yàn.
Ẹ káàsán, ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí Kamil Abdulrahim lóníròyìn yín. Ní báyìí tóní jẹ́ ọjọ́ 17 oṣù kẹjọ tó sàmì ọdún kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n tí wọ́n dá ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun sílẹ̀. Ìkọ̀ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ yìí bójú wo sàkún ìrìn àjò nípa ìdásílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ yìí. Àtúpalẹ̀ ìròyìn Abímbọ́lá Babátúndé rèé látẹnu Ọláwùmí Ọláníyì.
Ẹni ìdùnnú ṣubú láyọ̀ nígbà táàrẹ ológun orílẹ̀-èdè yìí nígbà kan rí ọ̀gágun Ibrahim Babangida kéde ìdásílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun kúrò lára ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ọjọ́ ọ̀hún lọ́jọ́ 17 oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 1991 bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ohun ayọ̀ ló jẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n tún wo ọ̀kan ọ̀jọ̀kan ìpèníjà tó máa ń kojú àwọn àkànṣe iṣẹ́ tuntun. Síbẹ̀ ohun ayọ̀ ni ìdásílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun jẹ́ nítorí pé àlá ọjọ́ pípẹ́ ló wá sí ìmúṣẹ pẹ̀lú bó ṣe jẹ́ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ló ti ń pòǹgbẹ fáwọn iṣẹ́ ìdàgbàsókè. Ọdún 29 wá rèé tí wọ́n ti dá ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun sílẹ̀. Tá a bá fojú sùnùkùn wo ibi tí ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ látìgbà tí wọ́n ti dá sílẹ̀, èèyàn yóò rí dájú pé Elédùà ti fi ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn adarí tó jẹ́ ológun àtàlágbádá jíǹkì ìpínlẹ̀ yìí tó sì jẹ́ pé èròǹgbà wọn dúró lórí àti sọ ìpínlẹ̀ yìí di akẹ́yìndégbẹ̀gbọ́n láàrin àwọn akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà gẹ́gẹ́ bí àfojúsùn àwọn àgbààgbà tó jà fitafita fún ìdásílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Gbogbo àwọn tó ti darí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tẹ́lẹ̀ níbi tá a ti rí àwọn ológun àtàlágbádá tá à ń sọ yìí làwọn náà fìtàn balẹ̀. Lára wọn sì ni ajagun fẹ̀yìntì Ṣẹ́gun Àjíbóríṣà tó jẹ́ gómìnà ológun àkọ́kọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tó sì ṣèjọba láàrin oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 1991 sí oṣù kínní ọdún 1992. Olóògbé Alhaji Isiaka Adétúnjì Adélékè ló jẹ́ gómìnà alágbádá àkọ́kọ́ tó sì ṣèjọba látinú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Social Democratic Party lóṣù kínní ọdún 1992 tó sì kúrò lóṣù kọkànlá ọdún 1993. Lẹ́yìn náà ló kan ajagun fẹ̀yìntì Abe Akálẹ̀ tóun náà ṣèjọba fún oṣù mẹ́ta péré lọ́dún 1993 yìí kan náà. Anthony Udofia lòun náà jẹ́ ara ikọ̀ ológun tó tukọ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láàrin oṣù kejìlá ọdún 1993 sí oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 1996. Anthony Obi ló gba ìkúdà àkóso ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ 22 oṣù kẹjọ ọdún 1996 tó sì kúrò lóṣù kẹjọ ọdún 1998. Ajagun fẹ̀yìntì Theophilus Bamboye náà tukọ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ yìí lọ́dún 1998 sí ọdún 1999. Olóyè Adébísí Àkàndé ló di gómìnà alágbádá kejì nígbà tí ìjọba tiwantiwa padà dé tó sì tukọ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun láàrin oṣù karùn-ún ọdún 1999 sí ọdún 2003. Ọmọọba Ọlágùsóyè Òyìnlọ́lá ló gba ìkúdà ìṣàkóso lọ́wọ́ olóyè Àkàndé lọ́dún 2003 sí oṣù kọkànlá ọdún 2010. Lẹ́yìn náà lọ́pọ́n sunkan ọ̀gbẹ́ni Rauf Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá tó sì ṣèjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láàrin oṣù kọkànlá ọdún 2010 sí oṣù kọkànlá ọdún 2018. Yàtọ̀ sí pé gómìnà tó wà nípò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ èyún gómìnà Adégbóyèga Oyètọ́lá mọ̀lé àwọn àṣeyọrí táwọn tó ti tukọ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ṣe sẹ́yìn. Síbẹ̀ ó tún ń lo ọgbọ́n àtinúdá àti ọpọlọ tẹ́lẹ́dùà fún un láti lè jẹ́ kí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun di àpèwáwò láàrin àwọn akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀. Ọjọ́ 27 oṣù kọkànlá ọdún 2008 lọ́gbẹ́ni Oyètọ́lá gba ìkúdà àkóso ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tó sì wà nípò náà títí di àkókò yìí. Ní báyìí tó ń pe ọdún 29 tí wọ́n dá ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun sílẹ̀, bá ò bá wá ní fi ìrọ́jí gàgà òótọ́ lójú. Ìdàgbàsókè tí ń bá ìpínlẹ̀ yìí tó sì ti mú kí àfojúsùn àwọn tó jà fún ìdásílẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun jọ pẹ̀lú bí gómìnà Oyètọ́lá kò ṣe káàárẹ̀ nídìí àti jẹ́ kí ìpínlẹ̀ yìí di àpèwáwò. Ọláwùmí Ọláníyì fún iléeṣẹ́ OSBC.
Ní báyìí tí ìgbáradì fétò ìdìbò ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun tí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ 16 oṣù kẹwàá ọdún yìí súnmọ́, àwọn ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú 16 ni wọ́n ti ṣetán láti kópa nínú ètò ìdìbò ọ̀hún. Àwọn rántí pé alága àjọ elétò ìdìbò ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun Ọ̀túnba Ṣẹ́gun Ládìtàn lásìkò ìpàdé oníròyìn tó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 15 oṣù yìí lóṣogbo ló ti sọ fáráyé gbọ́ nípa ìgbáradì àjọ náà láti ṣètò ìdìbò ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ níbàámu pẹ̀lú òfin ìdìbò ọdún 2012 àti òfin ìdìbò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun nípa ìdìbò ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ tílé aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ yìí fọwọ́ sí. nígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ níbi ìpàdé oníròyìn lọ́ṣogbo àwọn àgbáríjọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú márùndínlógún ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ti kéde àtìlẹ́yìn àti ìgbáradì wọn fún ètò ìdìbò náà. Ó fi kún pé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú People's Democratic Party àti All People's Party nìkan ni wọ́n dúnkùkù lájà pé àwọn ò ní kópa nínú ètò ìdìbò ọ̀hún. Alága ikọ̀ náà Comrade Wálé Adébáyọ̀ ẹni tó fi àtẹ̀jáde táwọn ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú mẹ́rìndínlógún náà síta sọ pé àṣàlàyé pé àjọ elétò ìdìbò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun OSBC ti sọ fún gbogbo àwọn ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú nípa ìdìbò ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ kọ́rọ̀ àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn COVID-19 kó tó pàkúta sí i. Ó wá rọ àjọ náà láti rí i pé ètò ìdìbò ọ̀hún lọ nírọ̀wọ́rọsẹ̀ tí kò sì lẹ́jàmbá kan nínú. Àtẹ̀jáde náà tún rọ àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun pé kí wọ́n sojúṣe wọn lábẹ́ òfin lákòókò ìdìbò náà. Ó fi kún pé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú méjìdínlógún ló forúkọ sílẹ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí tí àjọ OSBC ti ṣe ìpàdé pẹ̀lú wọn tí gbogbo wọn sì ti gbà láti kópa nínú ìdìbò náà pẹ̀lú fífi àwọn olùdíje fún ipò alága àti kánsílọ̀ ṣọwọ́ fún ètò ìdìbò ọ̀hún. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti tọwọ́ bọ̀wé àdéhùn pẹ̀lú ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè Israel tó fi mọ́ ti Japan láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò kan tí yóò túbọ̀ jẹ́ kí ìfẹsẹ̀rinlẹ̀ kó wà lórí ìpèsè nǹkan àlò lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Ìròyìn fi hàn pé àjọ tó wà fọ́rọ̀ ìmọ̀ sáyẹ́ǹsì àti ti amójú ẹ̀rọ fọwọ́ sí ìwé àdéhùn náà pẹ̀lú Israel àti Japan tó jẹ́ pé iléeṣẹ́ àwọn tí ó ń pèsè nǹkan tó ń fẹsẹ̀ rìn lójú pópó èyí tó kalẹ̀ l'Àbújá. Igbákejì alága àjọ náà ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Mohammed Haruna sọ pé àfojúsùn àkànṣe iṣẹ́ náà ni láti jẹ́ kí èròǹgbà ìjọba àpapọ̀ jọ lọ́dún 2023 lórí ìpèsè ọkọ̀ tó ń lo iná ọba lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Àjọ ìṣọ̀kan àgbáyé ti ké gbàjarè pé ó kéré tán 5,000 àwọn èwe láwọn agbègbè tí kò bá olé tí ń wáyé lápá ìlà oòrùn àríwá ilẹ̀ yìí ni yóò bẹ́mìí lóṣù méjì sákòókò yìí látàrí ọ̀rọ̀ ibi ọ̀pá àgbàfọ́ mẹ́kẹ́. Alámòjútó tó wà fọ́rọ̀ oúnjẹ aṣaralóore nínú àjọ náà ọ̀gbẹ́ni John Mukisa ló kìlọ̀ yìí lákòókò tó ń bá àwọn oníròyìn sọ̀rọ̀ l'Àbújá pẹ̀lú àfikún pé bí àjọ ìṣọ̀kan àgbáyé kò bá tètè gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó yẹ lórí rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àgbékalẹ̀ ètò ìrànwọ́ owó àfàìmọ̀ kọ́rọ̀ náà kó má tún lè jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ìròyìn fi hàn pé ọ́fíìsì àjọ ìṣọ̀kan àgbáyé tó wà fún ìdẹ̀rùn ọmọnìyàn nílò owó tó tó $1.5 bílíọ̀nù lọ́dún láti fi ran àwọn èèyàn 5.5 mílíọ̀nù lọ́wọ́ níbi tá a ti rí àwọn obìnrin àti èwe pẹ̀lú ètò ìrànwọ́ oúnjẹ láwọn ìpínlẹ̀ 3 bíi Borno, Adamawa àti Yobe. Ní báyìí tó kù oṣù 3 kí ìdíje ife ẹ̀yẹ àgbáyé FIFA yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀, aláṣẹ àti olùdarí fún ikọ̀ agbábọ́ọ̀lù Qatar Nasser Al-Khattabi ti fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé ìdíje tí yóò wáyé láàrin orílẹ̀-èdè Argentina àti Mexico, Saudi Arabia àti Argentina ni yóò jẹ́ ìdíje táwọn èèyàn yóò ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì rẹ̀ jùlọ. Àwọn ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ méjèèjì yìí ni yóò wáyé ní pápá ìṣeré Lusail tó gba tó 1,100 tí yóò wáyé tó sì jẹ́ pé pápá ìṣeré náà ni àṣekágbá ìdíje ọ̀hún yóò ti wáyé lọ́jọ́ 18 oṣù kejìlá ọdún yìí. Wàyí Nasser Al-Khattabi ti sọ pé kò sọ pàtó iye tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tí wọ́n tó lè jẹ́, ṣùgbọ́n tí ìwádìí fi hàn pé títa tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì fún ìdíje láàrin Argentina àti Mexico ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àjọ tó mójútó ìdíje bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá lágbàáyé sọ pé ó ti dín díẹ̀ ní 3 mílíọ̀nù tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ìtajà náà ti tà fún ìdíje náà, èyí tí Al-Khattabi sì lè rí pé yóò dùn gbọ̀ngbọ̀n yóò sì kàn sí i. Àjọ ìṣọ̀kan àgbáyé ti bẹnu àtẹ́ lu ohun abúgbàmù kan tó dún ní Ethiopia lẹ́kùn Tigray, èyí tó gbẹ̀mí èèyàn 4 tí ó sì tún rán ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn lọ sọ́run. Olùdarí àjọ UNICEF Catherine Russell sọ pé àjọ náà bẹnu àtẹ́ lu ìkọlù náà ní Mekelle lólùlù ẹkùn Tigray. Ó fi kún pé ìkọlù náà gbẹ̀mí àwọn èèyàn 4 tọ́pọ̀ sì tún farapa yánnayànna. Ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí wa fún ti tàkókò ikọ̀ jù báyìí rẹ̀ pàdé wa láago 5:15 nígbà táwọn mú ìròyìn ìrọ̀lẹ́ wá fún yín títí ìgbà náà ẹ kú ojú lọ́nà.
ká fọmọ lọ́yàn ó ṣe pàtàkì ó ṣe kókó ká fọmọ lọ́yàn lóṣù mẹ́fà àkọ́kọ́ ìlera ọmọ ṣe pàtàkì ó ṣe kókó ọpọlọ ọmọ ó lè dàgbà kó lè jí pépé a kò má ní fọmọ lọ́yàn kó má yin ni o a kò má ní fọmọ lọ́yàn kó má yege ọ́fíìsì aya gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun àti iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ló ń ké tantan pé a kò má ní fọmọ lọ́yàn kó má yin ni o a kò má ní fọmọ lọ́yàn kó má yege.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, thank you for co-debaters and my fellow people. My name is Kenny Adam. I am in Primary 4. I'm here to go against the motion which is corporal punishment to practice in school. What do we mean by corporal punishment? Corporal punishment is the physical punishment of someone by hitting them. I am against the practice of corporal punishment in school for the following reason. Firstly, children have been known to suffer bodily harm from corporal punishment. Secondly, some teachers can separate corporal punishment from their anger. Hence, the wrong done by the pupils often doesn't merit the corporal punishment given them. Thirdly, corporal punishment is ineffective. People keep doing what they are punished for. Fourthly, there are other ways of correcting pupils. 1. Hopefully we want to good pupils. 2. Prevent pupils from going on break. With the reasonable point, I make mention, I want to convince you all that corporal punishment will practice in school. Thanks.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, packet timekeeper, co-debaters, and my fellow pupils. My name is Sola Visaina. I am Primary 2. I am here to support the motion. Please says corporal punishment to be practiced in school. What is corporal punishment? Corporal punishment means physical punishment of someone by hitting them. Firstly, in the Holy Quran, corporal punishment is commendable, while the absence in school is bad. Secondly, corporal punishment bring discipline in school, while the absence in school is impolite. Thirdly, corporal punishment improves children education, while the absence is degrading. With the reasonable points I make mention, I want to convince you all that corporal punishment should be practiced in school. Thanks.
My best subject is mathematics. Teach us mathematics.
is a competitor. Mathematics uses men.
The day is right and fair. Oh, happy day. The day of choice. The day is bright and fair. Oh, happy day.
My name is Samra. I am Pemua. The title of my composition is my school. The name of my school is my school. It's painted in white and green. My school has a teacher. There are boys and girls in my school. The color of my school is white and green. I like my school friends.
The day is bright and fair. Oh, happy day. The day of choice. The day is bright and fair. Oh, happy day.
My name is Amavaisha. I am Pemua. The title of my composition is my best food. My best food is protein and energy. It gives energy and protein. It is very common food. It is my best food.
The day is bright and fair. Oh, happy day. The day of choice. The day is bright and fair. Oh, happy day. The day of choice. The day is bright.
Shola is a native of Ijesala. He is popularly known as Obeni. He likes fasting and prayer. He married Alaja Sherifat or Aregbe Shola. He blessed with children.
The day is bright